Now, as we know, there are many kicks in Taekwondo. Taekwondo was known worldwide as the kicking art. The three basic kicks are the front snap kick, the pivoting roundhouse kick, and the side kick. We know that the front kick is the most basic. It's the easiest kick. It's the one that's related most to walking. The roundhouse kick is the fastest kick, and the one that a lot of people identify closely with Taekwondo. But the side kick, my favorite, is the most powerful. Now, to do a side kick, especially as a beginner, we have to be able to do a horse stance. Feet a little wider than the shoulders, knees bent, good posture. This is for drilling. For fighting and delivering the side kick, we have to turn our bodies sideways. So this is still a horse stance, with my block and my face looking to the side. If we're breaking, I teach my students to turn the front foot slightly forward. We call that a position of power. So in order to do the side kick, we need to be able to do the horse stance, and then of course the fighting horse stance. Now the next component that you have to master before you worry about kicking is going to be the stepping behind. Let me hear you say it. Step behind. Step behind. Which means I'm going to take my back leg, I'm going to step behind the front leg. Now if you notice, looking at my heel, I'm pointing my heel at you. In this case, at the target. Step behind, pointing the heel. As I do that, my backside, my hips turn towards the target. I'm aligning my joints and my muscle groups for the most powerful, and that's the side kick. Stepping behind, point the heel. We call this the X stance. Stepping behind, point the heel. X stance. From here, we're ready to begin the side kick.
Hi, I'm Leo. Today we're going to practice the side kick. So first, I want you to go in your fighting horse stance. In your fighting horse stance, you're going to turn to the side, just like this. Just to the side. And after this, I want your front leg, tap your front leg. It's going to come all the way up to your chest, right here. Try to make it all the way to your chest, just like that. All the way to your chest. Try to get all the way to your chest. And now hold it. Try to hold it. And now try to kick. When you're doing the side kick, make sure that your toes are pointed down and that you're kicking straight. I don't want your chambers to go like this, like a roundhouse kick. That's not a side kick. I want your side kick to go all the way to your chest.
Good. So just like on our 4-point side kicks, we're going to do the chamber. The chamber is by the chest. That's number 1, chamber. Number 2, kick out. Number 3, re-chamber. And then 4, put it back down again. Very good. Leah, let's turn sideways into our fighting horse stance again. And I'm going to have you back up just a little bit. Now, when the beginners are learning their step behind side kick, we like them to go from a fighting horse to the step behind stance, which we call the X stance. So go ahead and step behind to an X.
Sure.
Good, go back. I like the way you did that. We're going to do it again, and I want your classmates that are practicing at home to watch your back foot as it steps behind and to watch to see how the heel points towards the camera. Very good. And back up again. This time you can do the whole thing, step behind side kick. And of course, our back leg is stepping behind the kicking leg.
Sir.
That turns our hips and gets our big muscles ready. You can see Leo is now going to do it from the side position so we can see again from a different angle. Leo, let's go ahead and do 4 kicks to the left and then 4 kicks to the right.
Sir.
Step behind, side kick. A little slower. Step behind, bend those knees. Okay. Good. When you step behind, bend your knees.
Sir.
Get down and kick. Good. And one more. Say step behind.
Step behind. Kick.
And let's do 4 in the opposite direction. Please say step behind to an X stance.
Sir. Step behind to an X stance. Side kick.
Very good. I like the way that Leo, when he does his step behind to an X stance, is pointing his bottom foot in the direction that he will be kicking in.
Sir. Step behind to an X stance. Side kick.
2 more.
Step behind to an X stance. Side kick. Step behind to an X stance. Side kick.
Very good. Back to Chumbi. And lastly, Leo, for our students that maybe are already pretty good at their side kick, maybe our intermediate or advanced students, I'm going to have you do a double side kick. So we'll step behind and we'll kick low and then kick high. Sometimes we call this shin to chin. Kicking the shin bone could also be the knee, but that's dangerous. So once again, kicking the shin bone and then kicking the chin bone. Shin to chin.
Shin, chin.
Do this and say shin, chin.
Sure. Shin. Shin, chin.
So that's challenging even for the black belts. Do 2 more on this side and then 2 more on the other side. And say shin, chin.
Sure. Shin, chin. Shin, chin. Shin, chin. Shin, chin.
Very nice. Charyo, Kyunghae, and Jumi. Be sure while you're training that you take plenty of time to perhaps drink a glass of water and keep your body hydrated. Also take time to stretch, even if you're at home practicing. Very important after you do your warm-up to stretch. It'll allow you to kick higher, and most importantly, allow you to kick and to practice with less chance of getting hurt, no injuries. We don't want that.